Hey, it's me, ChiefIakongoi again on the white sand beach of Negril. I'm hoping that these reasonings will continue to inspire y'all and give y'all a feeling of, upliftment, encouragement. Yeah, that's what we're talking about here. So, I'd spoken on several topics, and I think a brethren had asked me, yeah, great talk, he said, great talk, but what is the solution? He asked me if I had any solution. And so I just wanted to say that I think that solutions are adaptable in the sense of you can prepare for whatever is coming, but always be willing to be flexible and adaptable in the situation. For instance, we know that if you decide to do like what the Maroons are doing, where they're saying we're sovereign and we don't need any help, and you have a Jamaican government that's saying they weren't asking you, they were just informing you that they were going to actually come to your place and give you help whether you want it or not. I sent a video to y'all the other day where the police pulled over two parents with a child and said that they missed an appointment. And because of that, they're arresting them for felony abuse of a child or something. What I'm saying is that there are people that think that you're their property. And we have not yet gotten that through our heads, that there's people that think we're their property. As I've said, with the digital ID, you cannot cut a yard, you cannot do any freelance work, because they then cannot account for the taxes from the paper that they borrowed from the rich bankers. So our money is actually loaned out to us by rich bankers. They expect the taxes back on that money, and when it doesn't come, they begin to wonder, where is it going? How is it being siphoned off? And so this is where you get the IRS and Internal Revenue and all of these things, yeah? So they want to be able to track wherever you work, wherever you acquire income, because to them, you are their property. So how do we go about disconnecting ourselves from the system? It comes from commitment, meaning each person should commit themselves to making this paradigm shift. You see? That's why I try to work with the commune idea. That's why I try to work with the idea of coming into unity with those people who have the same ideas as you do. Working with those people to get to the goal you wish to see. What do I mean? I mean that you could only look for those of your tribe, they would call it. Those of the same spirit, the same energy or energy that you might have. Yeah? So I'm sure y'all always wonder if this is a fake a fake background. So I'm here now standing in it for you to see. The white sand beach of Negril. I'm here for real. So yes, we have to find those with like mind, like ideas, those who are vibing on the same frequency. That's where it's really at. If you're not able to find a team that will be a part of your dream, then you might be living it out all alone. And then for me, there is no alone, as I've said. So if you really try to seek out being alone and by yourself, then, something might be not so, what they call this, antisocial. But at this point, you also don't know who have the same thought process or, commitment to making this commune happen. There are ones that are saying, come to Africa, be in Africa, live in Africa, and that, I think they think solves the problem. But for me, it doesn't. I think that we need much more than thinking of shifting location. We have to shift our mind first. It's like trying to liberate people from a slave plantation and their mind is still enslaved, which means that there isn't any hope of any change in them, right? They are going to bring the same slave mind to the place you thought you brought them to freedom. So that's where I'm at right now as far as solution. It's about not so much trying your best to overthrow a system, but to starve a system of your attention, of your participation, and of your support, and giving that attention to that which you want to see, that which you want to accomplish in this world. This is where we have a task of showing ones that they can do without the system. The hurricane should have taught us that we didn't have any light, we didn't have any water, and we were trying to survive, right? But some felt like that was hell for them because they expected to be in the convenience of the technological world, as they would say, 24 hours a day. They never thought of living off of the natural light, the natural water, and so that's where most people, they lose their bearings. We don't recognize that we are supposed to live naturally from the natural water, from the natural sun, then we will all fall victim to a digitized world and think that we are advancing in technology when really it's about technology. So the solution is always Sankofa Ta'aito. It's always return to what was the original, trod of our ancestors that communed and was one with all that is. And so it's not going to be everyone, and it's not a thing where you're going to change the world. You see, it's us that's going to change ourselves first. That's where it is. If we're not changing ourselves, then we're not going to be able to do anything to this world. This is ChiefIakongoi. I don't usually want to make this too long. But again, we must find those that are a part of our tribe. We must create communes and sacred sanctuaries where we can live and evolve and expand this energy, because the thought process and the energy that we're putting forward is really what is going to make the shift in the paradigm. So them putting fear and all the stuff that we have been through for all these years, from the nuclear age and being afraid of everything, and all of that was of what kept them in power. But now people are breaking through the fear, recognizing that death is a limited thing, that is not an eternity. And that is why they do their best to make you feel that death is hellish and scary. Hotel.